Yo, why is that the first thing that I read, man? Yo, like, so I'm laughing. What's good, Derpy? Ain't it a beautiful day, chat? The sun is shining, our Pookie is streaming, and the Knicks are still the Knicks. Ah, yes. Glorious day. We love you, Pookie, just not your Knicks. Hey, I was vibing. I don't know if y'all have ever played this game. I don't know if y'all have ever played this game, DC Dark Legion, right? DC Dark Legion. I don't know if y'all have ever played this game. It's the best idle game that I've downloaded. But I'm about to pull some cards for characters, or in this case, in this game, it's shards. I'm vibing, and then that's what you hit me with, Derpy. How am I supposed to pull out some good shards? How am I supposed to pull out some good shards with that type of energy? I need some Batman shards, I need some Wonder Woman shards, and I need some Superman shards. Those are the three shards that I need very, very badly. I'm doing everything to not spend money on this game, Derpy. Because you know, every single time you spend money on a mobile game, you end up never touching it again. So I'm trying my best not to do that. A couple of friends of mine were talking about Pokemon Go again recently. I'm like, bro, don't send me down this rabbit hole again. Oh my god, man. Pookie, I cried yesterday. Why? What happened? What the helly? What the helly? What happened? Tell me what happened while I pull these shards. Let's see if I can get let's see if we can get anything. Some Hawk Girl would be good also, because how many stars is mine? Let's see. I promise you I'm locked in. I'm like, you know, we're just, you know, 2 stars. They're both 2 stars actually. Rich Eisner, or is that Rick? Wait, it hasn't been. Oh, so he's back after 20 something years. What happened to him? What happened to him? Oh, he has a new show starting September 2nd. For multiple Emmys. 96 to 2003. But why did he leave originally? Like, what the hell happened? Let's try to pull some, actually. Let's pull some. Let's see. Let's see if we get some good. Let's see if we get some good. And then we'll get into the show. Yo, low key, I don't know if y'all have ever watched like Counter-Strike or anything like that, but people have been ripping those boxes open to try to get camos, and it's essentially gambling. But I'd be locked into some of them. Ooh. I got a new weapon. Awesome. That's actually very necessary. Whose horn is that though? Let me see. I don't remember. I wonder what he did. Who's this person? Who's supposed to have this? Oh, Hawk Girl's supposed to have this, or Batman. Okay. So we didn't pull any characters that time, but that's okay. That's okay. And before you complain today, Derpy, we are going to talk about some basketball. It should be like a 127 video. What does that mean? What 127 video? What you mean it should be a 127 video? What you mean by that? Let's see. He is back. Here, let's see. Minimize this. All right, let's take a look at this. It's like 2 days ago. You're a big fan of him? You're a big fan of this guy? You're a big fan of this guy?
Tonight on SportsCenter, the preseason Monday Nighters certainly did not disappoint in D.C. While an old D-Bird, Paul
Yo, don't hit me with
good.
Don't hit me with the music, bro.
Hey there. Saying this for the first time in 22 years. Welcome to SportsCenter. Alongside all of you, I am Rich Eisen. Coming up.
Wait, why he do look hella familiar? It do. Wait, hold on. Wow, how did he look when he was younger? How did he look in like the 2000s? I feel like now that I see him, I feel like he do look familiar. That's that old school intro. Yeah, I did notice that the SportsCenter intro was like the vintage old school. Even the set looks like a throwback. Even the set looks like a throwback. Even the set looks like a throwback. Hey man, everything is it took some of these mainstream media companies and some of these bigger corporations to realize how much people love the 90s, but hey, better late than never, I guess. He was co-host with Stuart Scott, gang. Oh, okay. I think that's coming back. I mean, Stuart Scott was okay. I feel like it's slowly coming back. But good shit. Good shit. He was a co-host with Stuart Scott. Yep. Stuart Scott, the legend. The legend, Stuart Scott. The legend. Absolute legend. I remember there was the 2K game where he was doing all of the voiceovers and it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So, oh man, and this is kind of perfect. Honestly, you bringing that up, Derpy, this was unplanned. This was unplanned. It goes kind of perfect with the theme that we kind of got going on today. If you saw the thumbnail, welcome to the show. Welcome to another episode of the Jayson Estrera podcast, where we talk about basketball as accurate as possible. Now, if you saw that thumbnail, we had Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Derrick Rose, and Kyrie Irving. I know it's a very, at least when it comes to Derrick Rose and Kyrie, I think some might think that that's a very random group of guys to put together. However, sort of like how Rich Eisen is a callback to traditional SportsCenter, to old school SportsCenter. We're gonna show some love to not just some old school guys, but we're gonna show some love to something today that I don't think we get to see a lot of. A lot of people, when they talk about the game of basketball, they talk about it in very broad strokes. This person got a Middy. This person got this. This person could do this. This person could do. Who got the best handle? Who got the best this and that? Well, what if we took it a step further? What if we take that conversation a step further? And really what spawned this thinking for me is I saw a post. It said, who has the best Hesi pull? Melo, KD, or T-Mac? And I thought it was a really interesting conversation to have, which I thought now, well, why don't we have that conversation over different moves? And we could really, I think this is a great opportunity to try to shine light on players that maybe don't get it that often. Right, so that's something that we're going to get into later in just a little bit. But before we get to that, right? Before we get to that, speaking of a player with a bag, right? And this is why, and this is why you go to major cities, right? This is why you go to major cities, because here's the reality. Jalen Brunson is a great player. Great player. A phenomenal basketball player. A winner. if he were doing what he was doing with the Knicks on any other team, he wouldn't be leading a Nike ad that's promoting a Kobe Bryant shoe with Natalia Bryant. Like, it's just, you just don't get those type of opportunities. He's in constant Nike ads with New York, with big names from New York. Like, just being in New York for someone like him has had an incredibly positive effect, right, on his popularity on and off the court, right? So you know, when we talk about big markets versus small markets, I'm not saying that Jalen Brunson doesn't have a great personality. I think his personality is a lot more low-key. And because of that, it's tougher to push guys like that in these smaller markets. But when you're in a market like New York and they figure out how to put you in everything, essentially, you get to be in a lot of these, you get to have a lot of these opportunities. And when you play the way he's played, this is the result of it. So let's take a look at this.
5 rings, 1 for each finger. Come on down. Bring your wallet. You gonna buzz them in? Well, well, well. Captain Clutch, the Brunson burner in the flesh. Still hot.
I'm looking for something special.
We got bracelets, big body, loud wrists, lots of bling.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not it.
Say less. You an earring guy?
Nah.
How about some cufflinks? Twin snakes. Real better.
What's she working on?
Not sure that's your speed. You gotta have that dog
I got
in
you.
you.
Let me just take a look.
Whoa. You reach, I teach.
Maybe if he passes the test.
Sure.
How are you in the clutch?
I'm pretty good under pressure.
Highly polished?
Yep.
Impeccable craftsmanship.
Definitely.
Do you ever give him that in the garden?
Of course.
You might be ready, but I'm still not convinced.
Well, well, well. Fill your soul.
So, you know, over the last probably like 2 seasons or so, Brunson's kind of been the guy when it came to Kobe's. He's releasing or he's I guess unveiling, or he'd wear the first time certain colorways that are dropping, certain PEs that he gets. Caitlin Clark is getting a lot of the same thing. You know, there are just players that get this, and he is one of them, one of the few, honestly. And I mean, one, I love the fact that he's getting that type of recognition and that type of love, because realistically, like I said, I don't think he'd be getting this type of recognition if he were anywhere else, regardless of how well he's playing, right? And he is incredible. He is so incredible. And I think when you're someone in his position, you take the good with the bad, right? You get these opportunities. You get a podcast that pops off the way that it does. It allows you the opportunity to take a pay cut and become loved in the city that you're playing in, which is also hometown for you, basically. And, you know, with all of those positives comes, you bait fouls, you flop, you this, that. Like, you gotta take the good with the bad. And I think for someone like him, there's been a ton of positives, right? There's been a ton of positives. Is his game going to get ridiculed and crucified? Absolutely. But the thing is, because of some of the decisions that he's made, he will forever be a New York legend. He will forever be a New York legend, right? So, you know, we're still expecting for him to win a title and all of those good and all that good stuff. But at the same time, I think he, because of some decisions that he's made, has really made himself a household name at this point, especially in the city of New York. Let's see. Where is this? Where are teams? Slovenia. Where are their games? Let's take a look at this. Games history. Oh, I guess that was just oh yeah, that was just like a practice game, essentially, an exhibition game essentially that they had the other night. Which Luka played in. Luka played in this game. I'm trying to pull up some of the highlights for from this. Let's see. Again, I don't want to just pull all of this up for us to watch together. I'm not trying to get hit with that copyright strike. But no. Here. Let's see. Yeah, let's watch some of the from the very, very start of the game. Take a look at this together.
Yesterday's events and really wanted to change the story. Look at that.
I'm not gonna lie, he do look kind of quick. I'm not gonna hold you. Like he do look a little quick.
Focused after yesterday's events and really wanted to change the story.
I mean, look at how he just exploded right there. And for someone like Luka, he's been able to master the game of pace, right? Because he lost some of the quickness and explosiveness over the last couple years due to injury, due to gaining weight, he's had to really master the stop and go game, right? And if you add even a little bit more explosiveness to him, a little bit more quickness to him, we are going to see him create a lot more separation than we've been seeing in the last 2 years or so. So that's definitely something to look out for. Don't be surprised if that is the case on offense. And it'll be very subtle things that he's going to be able to do that guys are like, he wasn't turning the corner this fast just a year ago. So I think we're going to see a lot of that going forward this season with Luka Doncic. Now, I don't want to bypass this at all. The Texas barbecue was not helping. I mean, Bruce, if he would have hit the gym after eating all that barbecue, he might have looked like Bron. What's good, Bruce? What's good, Bruce? Right, that was the problem. He was kicking back after he was having the Texas barbecue, right? Like, you know, the thing for him, he needed to be in the gym after all that protein, right? He might have done him some good. But I couldn't keep moving forward without mentioning John Wall retiring, right? John Wall, was it 11 seasons 11 seasons. Excuse me, 5-time NBA All-Star out of Kentucky. Played for the Wizards, Clippers, and the Houston Rockets. So let's take a look at this real quick and give John Wall some props.
Gives it to Wall. Working against Bradley for three. John Wall! Hold on. What a shot! Now you talk about...
Ball probed, ball deflected. Time going to run out. Picked up at the far end. Oh, what a steal by Wall for the score.
Jump shots taken to the rim. 23 points for Anthony. His first basket of the second half. It's a 13-point game. Wall.
Bruh.
Oh, my! John. Boston now 8 of 17 from three-point territory. Wall, the cross, the spin. Oh, what a setup to Gorton! It's a three. It's a Hawks barrage in this opening quarter. Oh, John Wall. Way short. Porter gets the rebound. They'll have another chance.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Porter gets it back. Shot clock resets.
I mean, that boy, nice.
Wall delivers from the
Oh!
See how well Utah gets.
I mean, John Wall. I don't think he gets spoken about enough. I don't think he gets spoken about nearly enough because of he really was a pure point guard. You know, he had the talent to be able to score. Granted, his jump shot was not great, right? He didn't have the best jump shot. And as his career progressed, his mid-range got much, much better, right? Which really allowed him to be a better point guard. But does not get spoken about enough. Obviously, a ton of injury, and he wasn't able to play his career out the way he and a lot of people would have liked to see. But shout out to him. And honestly, because we're talking about, again, specific things that people do well. When I'm thinking about the full 360 layup, it's really him, DeMar DeRozan, and then a lot more recently, John Morant, who we see doing the 360 layups unlike anybody. And also, the one thing that John Wall did really well that doesn't get spoken about enough, his ability to dunk with his offhand was that, and that's what I was trying to figure out over here. Was he left-handed or right-handed? Because he just dunked with his left hand so comfortably, and that's hard to do. Let's see. He was an All-NBA 2 times, All-Defense 1 time. Let's see. Where is this? But yeah, John Wall, very, very underrated basketball player. Very underrated basketball player. Now, and I wanted to bring this up also because we were just talking about Luka. Luka might have one of the best step backs going to your shooting hand, right? So if you're a righty, going to your right. If you're a lefty, going to your left. Shooters or basketball players in general are a lot more comfortable doing a step back, going to their offhand. Right, because the idea of a step back is you plant. If you're a right-handed player, you're going left, right? The idea is you plant with your right foot to step back, right? And so when you do that, the reason it's more comfortable to step back going to your offhand is when you're planting with, for me, it would be my right foot, and I'm landing on my left foot to do a step back, my feet get into a natural shooting position because I'm pushing right to, going to left, right? As opposed to going to my right, if I'm going to my right and I want to step back, the way most people would do it, you would push off your left foot. For me, it would be my left foot. I'm going to my right. And now I have to go across my body and square myself to the rim to do a step back going to the right. Now, the reason I bring up Luka Doncic is because I think he might have one of the best, if not the best, step backs going to his strong hand. I'm trying to, let's see, who else got like a mean, I guess. And the reason for it is, I'll bring it up right here. The reason for this, and the reason his step back going to his strong hand is so good is because he doesn't typically push off of his left foot to get to that right hand. He does it off of like a driving motion here. Let me try to find it. Let's do, here you guys. But here, just to show playback speed, let's do 0.5. My nominees are D Rose and Kemba. For what are you talking about?
Defenders.
Right, but this is why it's easier for players to do a step back to their offhand, right? He's gonna plant right there. Right, and typically, if you're a right-handed shooter, you get taught your right foot always goes a little bit ahead of your left foot, right? That's typically how you get taught to shoot. And so naturally, stepping back to your offhand, your feet are in that natural position already, and it's a lot easier to square up doing that. Right, he does that step back as well too. I'm trying to find his step back going to the right. Let's see. Let me see if I can normal speed it. I feel like it's going slow even on the... What's good, Elijah? See, never mind. I thought we were talking about who had good step backs. No, we are. We're just... I just want to get more nitty gritty. I just want to get a little bit more nerdy to this stuff. I feel like it's so easy to say, oh, this person had a good this person had a good... Well, let's really look at it. Because the reality is, not every player is good going to the left and to the right. Right? And I think in doing this, right, and in continuing to do this, younger players coming up, you become better because you get to watch the best version of someone that does something, right? Maybe you want to do a step back going to the left like James Harden, but maybe you want to go do a step back going to your right like Luka, and now you know what I'm trying to say? Now you get a more complete, polished game. Let's see. That's not where here. I don't want to just have this up on here while we're scrolling through. Dog, all he keeps doing is that hang. Oh, here it is. This is right here. This is how he does his step backs going to his strong hand. Let's see this right here. I think this will be good to see. Malik Monk, not the best, but his usage of his step back is good. See, that I mean, that's something I want us to be able to peep things like that, right? So let's watch Luka and his step back to the right. Right? Gets him going left, tween. Instead of just stepping back like that, he actually, because of the extra steps that you're allowed now, he uses his right foot because that first dribble, that first pickup doesn't count as an actual step, right? Puts the ball on the floor. That step don't count. That first one, so it's 1, 2, bam. He might have one of the best, man. He might have one of the best that I've ever seen. Now, again, the reason this conversation even came up for me, right, is because the Hesi pulls. The Hesi pull is probably one of the most used shots nowadays. It goes to show you how popular T-Mac and Carmelo Anthony were, because of how often those moves are used and how often people refer to them. So let's take a look at who has the best pull-ups, man. Let's take a look at who has the best Hesi pull, not just pull-up, because I think that's also a different conversation, right? A one dribble pull-up is not the same thing as a Hesi pull-up. Those two things are not the same thing. Those are two different moves. And I think it's important to note that. All right, so let's scroll through this together. Let's go through this together. Let's look at Melo first.
Feel like he can array of shots he's got. Anthony to Dent fires.
Melo also had a really good Hesi pull to the right, which I think was underrated.
They start feeling him.
Turnovers still has been problematic for the Knicks all season. Turnovers.
7%. He's one of the best field goal percentage.
These are all
guys
pull-ups.
that we have in the league.
These are all just
At over
pull-ups.
57.
In the first half. And defensively.
On the pull-up.
None of these are his Hesi pull. What the hell?
Anthony.
All right, hold on. Let's take a look at this really quickly. Is this any better? Let's see if this is better. Who y'all think got the best one? Melo, KD, or T-Mac? Who got the best Hesi pull-up ever? Or is there another one in there that maybe is just underrated? All right, let's try to find this. His one dribble pull-up was really fucking good too, though. His 1 and 2 dribble pull-up was also elite. And that's why he was such a good scorer. Carmelo Anthony was. Let's see. As of now, Melo or KD. I mean, me personally, I love T-Mac. Yeah, I mean, y'all know how much I love T-Mac. I'd probably choose Melo or KD. Also, here we go. We got some good shit now.
That's a good play. No offensive or defensive 3 second. Carmelo
straight freezing, folks.
6 points in game 1, 7 in game 2.
His Hesi pull is so good, bro.
On the drive, on the pull-up.
will.
That was more of a pull-up.
Carmelo into the lane.
Pull-up as
Carmelo
well.
Anthony.
These are spins. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Jeffries on Anthony. Anthony on the drive. Pulls
Woo!
back.
In traffic.
Woo! In a
Jeffries on
phone
Anthony.
booth.
Anthony on the drive.
Dog, that is just insane.
Pulls back. That's his bread and butter.
Anthony averaging almost 22.5 points per game now.
So Melo Hesi crazy. Melo Hesi is crazy. Let's see some KD.
Here's
Durant. Mavs do have a foul to give. Durant for three. Brooklyn takes the lead.
Yo.
Kevin Durant, straight ahead three. Cash and the foul.
41 for Durant. Season high is
This
53.
guy is absurd.
And he just throws in another one.
Fourth quarter. Durant. Now he's going to make life very difficult. 25
From the field, 2 from the three-point line.
Bro, this guy is actually absurd. Probably KD, for specifically KD, that his go-to, and Melo when I'm going back to watch is just pulling a lot of these. No, that is facts. There is a little bit of a difference. There is obviously a little bit of a difference. Let's see what T-Mac Hesi pull-ups looking like.
There are some fine role players on
Nah, T-Mac used to spam
there
that
are
shit
some
too.
fine role players here. And from Detroit, won him a championship last year with the Pistons.
Do things that they weren't doing at Christmas time. They're making.
He did that a lot, and this was what I noticed a lot when I'm watching T-Mac, right? There were a lot of times where he would be contested also, but there were a lot of times you saw guys putting their hands down, pulling their hands back because they didn't want to reach in. He would get a lot of 3-point foul calls because of this.
Those types of plays.
Just third home court loss of the year. McGrady.
I mean, look at that. And somebody will say, a casual will say, well, he didn't create any space, right? A casual will look at this and say, well, he didn't actually create any space. He knows who's guarding him. He knows who's guarding him, right? And so his goal right here is to freeze you. His goal is to make sure, hey, I'm gonna shoot this bitch in front of your face and you can't foul me. And it's comfortable. And it is comfortable. Hey man, straight Hesi pulls? Straight Hesi pulls? It might be Mac and KD. Now that I'm really thinking about it, straight, just that move specifically. Just that move specifically. And here's the other part too, right? That I think is important to note when it comes to Kevin Durant and Tracy McGrady's Hesi pull-ups. It's really hard to recreate. I think that aspect is what makes this almost hard to watch, because you can't recreate what Tracy McGrady and Kevin Durant do with their Hesi pull-ups, right? Because the reality is, all they need to do is freeze you. They don't need to create space. Kevin Durant probably does a little bit of a better job in creating space, or at least looking like it, because when he rises up, he is all of 7 feet tall, right? So that has to take into account. When you're watching this as a trainer, you can practice that shit all you want. You are not 6'9" with a 7 whatever foot wingspan T-Mac had. You're not Kevin Durant. You're not 7 foot with a 7 foot whatever wingspan. Like, that's just not your body type. That's not your build. So recreating this is very hard. Which now, obviously you're not 6'8", and the way you're obviously not Melo size as well too. But the way KD and T-Mac, the way they do their Hesi pulls, it's like, you almost shouldn't do that. Like, you almost shouldn't.
And here comes Kevin Durant. Kogi got the initial rebound. Durant.
The way he hanged the ball, he dribbled the ball high.
Durant says flatten it out. White comes to double.
I mean, like, that's not really. They make it work because they're so great, and like again, like I said, their height and those things have a lot to do with it. It's hard to recreate what they do because You're not built like that. Now, I will say, you know, we were talking about the Hesi pull. Melo is... Lou Will, in my opinion, has a very different body type than a lot of us, but he used the Hesi pull a lot, and I do feel he moves similar to KD. I feel like Lou Will used a lot. His game was more like herky jerk, right? Like he'll be in like an awkward spot and just fade away. We'll take a look at him in just 1 second, but this is what great scorers do, right? Melo, when he was doing a Hesi pull, he was known for going to the left.
Misses another. Smith has it.
And so in this moment right now, knowing that, right?
Three, should the Bulls foul? No.
Knowing the situation, Taj Gibson is a very good defender. To hit a Hesi pull going to the right, I think he understands what people are expecting and executed it.
Anthony for three. Bang!
Honestly, he really just pulled that bitch.
No.
He kind of Hesied it, but he really just pulled it. I was watching this. This is on a Sunday.
On the drive. Out to Anthony Smith, the three-pointer. Way off the mark. Chandler tips it out again. And the Knicks will reset down by 2. Mike Whitson not calling timeout.
This is Lou Aldang. Lou Aldang, a great defender.
And I like that move.
Great defender.
In the hands of Anthony. Anthony for three. Puts it in the hands of Anthony.
Again, what did I just say, right? Lou Aldang going to the right. If you watch Carmelo Anthony, right? He was so good with his pull up to the right. That's why Lou Aldang doesn't want to overcommit to this move, right? Because 1-2 dribble pull up, Melo's right here. Taj Gibson isn't going to be able to get to him. And at that point, you're just praying he missed a shot, right? You're just praying if he gets to a 1-2 dribble pull up in this area, you're praying he missed a shot. Obviously, what did I just say? Melo likes to Hesi pull from the left. He's dribbling to the right. Lou Aldang, even though Melo just hit one at the end of regulation, he's like, there's no way he's about to pull this motherfucker again. And I think in this split second, Melo calculated all of that shit. And
Anthony for three. Puts it in.
Bomb. I'm learning Melo just be pulling. Disrespectful, bro. Like, he really disrespectful the way he played, man. Like, people don't give him a lot of credit for how disrespectful that man. Let's see. I'm gonna look up. I'm looking up Lou Will. I could be misremembering this, Elijah, but I feel like when I think of Lou Will's game, it was a lot more. All right, I'm driving into a space, little like 1-2 step into a pull up, bumping you into a pull up. That's what I remember his game more like. Let's take a look at it. I think he used the Hesi in a lot of setups. I'm not saying he didn't use it. He obviously used it. But I think he used it in a lot of setups, but was really getting into people's bodies to get his fadeaway off. 2017-18 pull-up fade going left. Let's take a look at this.
Seatbelts are fastened. We're going down to the wire. Here's Lou going left, firing
that
right.
Was a lot more of what I remember Lou Williams' game being right here. And honestly, we gotta watch the footwork. We gotta watch everything, man. That boy nice. We gotta mute this bitch. He had him beat. To stop on a dime like that and fade to your left is fucking insane, bro. Absolutely insane. Yeah, this is what I remember more of Lou Will's game. It was a lot of pull-ups.
Williams can score.
That guy. Get a stop here.
I guess more kind of like Melo, where like maybe I'm remembering more Hesi pulls, but he was just pulling up.
Under 10 of the shot clock. Lou Williams fading.
That's how I've always remembered Lou Williams' game. That pop. Right, he would get to a spot and you would see him almost. I guess it almost looked like a hang, but it wasn't a dribble hang. It was just him squaring himself to the rim.
Danny Green, normally a good shooter, a wide open shot.
And Pop wanted to foul. About 26 assists and only 6 turnovers for Portland as Lou Williams.
This guy was cold, bro. This guy, Lou Williams, yo. He was cold. He was cold. You know what's funny? Let me find this. Because I think when it comes to the Hesi pull conversation, right, and because we're talking about it right now, I think someone that gets lost in this conversation a lot is Jamal Crawford. I think his Hesi pull, he used to spam that shit a lot too. He used to spam that shit a lot also. Like Jamal Crawford really was the like he like if you think about the way Jamal Crawford really played, he was really getting to that Hesi pull.
A heck of a score.
Hangs is what I remember, yeah.
Of late, 20 or more points in each of his
See, like that's a Hesi pull.
last 9. And
Doing a good job now denying Curry's, Howard.
Crawford's going to
Oh, that's a Hesi pull.
Mismatches where they can't capitalize.
And Boston, Orlando, some of those teams, multiple.
Russ, I mean, for them 2 seasons, yeah, for them 2-3 seasons, his hang dribble, Middy was insane.
Jim,
Thank you. It forces things to happen. Adjustments. Crawford.
Here's another thing that Jamal Crawford, I think, in terms of a specific move, like people got crossovers. I think he might have had the best behind the back crossover that I've seen. And it wasn't just this move. It really, to me, it wasn't just this move.
That's why they call him Jay Crossover, baby.
Like the reason, that was mad exaggerated too. No, that's fact. But the reason to me, Jamal Crawford was basically doing crossovers behind the back. Like people would do crossovers in the front, but Jamal Crawford to me might have had the best crossover going back, like, you know, behind the back crossovers, because he was really using it as a crossover. Like you see a lot of guys, they'll use it as an escape dribble, right? Like I think Curry probably uses it the most as an escape dribble, right? It's not necessarily a move to get to a shot or to get moving downhill. It's more so to get away, right? but Jamal Crawford used to try to get downhill with a bop, 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 and then hit you with a behind the back crossover, and that's why people were biting on his double, because Jamal Crawford would drive to the rim with the behind the back crossover to try to finish, and people would start biting on it, so that's why he had to start hitting people with the double. The double off the pick, I have never been able to do yet. This guy is mad, bro. This guy is different. It's funny. We all tried it. Every last one of us tried this shit. Every last one of us. Every last one of us tried this shit. Now, because we're talking about Jay Cross right now. We're talking about Jay Cross. Who has the best crossover ever? I'm not talking handles. I'm not talking just the best right to left, left to right crossover ever. Who's got the best? And I think this is probably a good time to have this conversation as well, too. Does it matter how it looks? Or are we just going with effectiveness? Right? Because, for example, and we'll speak in a broad term right here. A lot of people say Kyrie Irving is the best finisher ever, right? Best below the rim finisher. Some people even say Steph Curry, right? Those are names that usually get brought up, right? Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, in terms of small guards who can finish incredibly well at the rim, right? The best is probably Tony Parker. Those guys are great. This guy never missed, right? So what do we really value? And I think that is important in this specific topic, because when it comes to crossover, or when it comes to a crossover, I think some people will probably say Allen Iverson. I'm sure some people are going to say Kyrie Irving. I'm sure some old heads are going to say Tim Hardaway Sr. and stuff like that. In terms of just the crossover, Derrick Rose might have the best front crossover I've ever seen in my life. Like, in terms of if the purpose of the move is to get by you, he might have the best. So let's take a look at this.
Necessarily making their shots consistently. Rose.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, he just froze.
Oh my God.
Crossover and right to the rim, flying high.
Shot at the biggest dropped in ball screen actions. He's very good at it.
Derrick Rose getting some oohs and ahs out of the crowd.
Rose, the crossover.
He had the one and the two dribble. He's always had that too.
Razzle dazzle, igniting the crowd.
He's been one of the best in the game in that department since he entered the league, now in his 7th year. Rose, pretty move from Derrick Rose, and a chance for a three-point.
Darren Williams did have a great crossover.
Now at 44% from the field, 17 for 39. What a move by Rose!
I mean, Derrick Rose definitely had a little bit of a bag also, but his handles was also so simple. Like, if we're seeing this, it's a lot of basic crossovers.
That guy's 6'2".
Introducing
I mean, this guy is unreal.
Caffeine, citicoline,
What the
and
fuck is
Gatorade
this?
electrolytes.
Joel Anthony, 6'11".
Zoned up. He's really guarding Deng, but he's well away from it. Rose crosses over the fadeaway.
This guy's unreal. KD's got a good crossover as well too. Ish Smith had a decent one. I'm trying to think. Honestly, and we're forgetting this and I just brought this up a couple weeks ago. Chris Paul he's got to be close to the top in a lot of these little specific convos. Also, another thing, in and out dribbles. Yo, we don't see in and out dribbles no more. We don't see, and honestly, when I think of an in and out dribble, there is one highlight I always think of. Let's see. What the fuck? Let's see if I'm remembering this right. I think it's this one. No one do these in and out dribbles no more, bro. No one do in and out dribbles no more, especially going to the rim. This guy's handle was so good. He just had no jumper. Yeah, I'm feeling so nostalgic looking at all this shit. Ish Smith had a decent one. I say he's top pull-ups. CP handles good, but I wouldn't say best cross. His crossover was really nasty. I've never seen a crossover be so violent while be graceful and still be effective. Bro, Chris Paul handles. Let's see. We're looking at specifically crossovers. Trying to find. Nah, not better than Chris Paul's, bro. This guy's crossover was insane.
Can't get the ball out of his hands, though. He's a magician.
Cross. In and out. Cross.
Like it's attached to it.
Crossover on Kobe by Chris Paul. A jaw-dropping move by CP3.
Now I can't think of too many in and outs. Well, because nobody does in and outs no more. When you're thinking in and outs, I'm thinking Chris Paul had a great in and out dribble.
Undefendable.
Got Blake on a dodge.
Did you see what Chris Paul did with the ball?
If I'm remembering right, I think Dwayne Wade used to do the in and outs a lot. Also, I think Dwayne Wade used to hit the in and out dribble a lot because he was so fast, right? So and the way, and also you got to think of a lot of it has to do with the play style, right? So Dwayne Wade had a crossover, but Dwayne Wade liked to go cross, right? Dwayne Wade liked to get downhill with his crossover, right? He wasn't doing crossovers like this all the time. He was trying to get ahead, right? And so if you're thinking about Dwayne Wade, for example, and I'm coming at you going downhill, if I make this motion and you think I'm about to go do a crossover and then bring it back, it's super effective. The way I've always thought of an in and out dribble is you're trying to get them off of that one line, right? Whatever line you're trying to get to, you're trying to in and out them to get them off of that line just a little bit, and then you hit that gap and go. So it really was for guys that were trying to get downhill. I thought Chris Paul was really good at it. Dwayne Wade was also really good at it. I'm trying to think of who else. I think Darren Williams. Did Darren Williams have the best double crossover ever? He might have had one of the best double crossovers I've ever seen.
For Williams, 8 to shoot. Now a switch. Williams against Bass. Crossover.
This motherfucker just hit him with 3 crossovers. Jesus.
Darren Williams putting on a dribbling exhibition.
Yeah, the legs clearly look a little bit better. One of his jumpers, he had terrific elevation.
Like Derrick Rose used to do it down, right? Derrick Rose used to get him because he's trying to just shake you really quickly and explode off of it. Darren Williams liked to bounce around with the basketball a little bit. Also, not sure if we get there today, but can we show love to Ronaldo Segu and Devin the Lab? Segu easily has the best Hesi I've ever seen. Dev is nasty and they're good at every option off of it. Devin the Lab is nasty. I don't know. Let me see Ronaldo Segu. I've probably seen this guy before, honestly, if we're keeping it a bug. Let's see. Let's peep this.
Right now? Straight.
Jesus, bro. Jesus. That's bananas. Where he at? Yo, Elijah, where he at? How old is he? That was nasty. Let's see, Devin the Labs Hesi. Yeah, he nasty for sure.
So first of all, Kyrie came to work out, but he was still injured from his incident with Giannis during his time with Brooklyn. He was also underweight and trying to get back in shape. With that being said, let's start with his offense. He'll play up and guard tight and challenge early and late.
So they're just working with him right here?
The best part about his offense, in my opinion, was...
Wait, where is this? Dog, I gotta find this French dude. This French dude might be the most incredible basketball player I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. And I have been watching a lot of basketball in my time. Hold on, let me find this French dude. Bro, every time I watch this guy's clips, I literally tweak. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Ooh, what's his name, too? Overseas, played Summer League last year, made noise, but too small. Maybe I'm not sure why he didn't end up making it completely. I mean, hey, listen, if anyone ever wonders how good overseas comp is, go watch an XRM video. If you have never seen XRM hoop, you would think he was in the NBA. Like, you would think he was in the NBA, bro. That guy is insane. Got out of college 1 or 2 years ago. I see here. Let me try to find this dude, bro. I've been following this one guy for a minute now. Fuck, what is his name? It's a French guy. Fuck, where is he? Do you know who I'm talking about, Elijah? It's a French dude. I think one of his arms is like blacked out. He has like a blackout tattoo on one of his arms, and his fakes, his passes are so crazy, bro. Fuck. Is it this guy? I think I just found it. Yo, have you ever seen this dude, bro? I don't give a fuck what people think of this guy. This guy is awesome. Yo, have you ever seen this guy, bro? This guy is lit. This dude is lit, bro. This dude is lit. This guy is lit, bro. His passes be crazy. You ever seen this dude? I don't even think this guy like plays professional or anything, bro, but this guy, he might, but this guy is awesome to watch. Oh no, it's the same pass.
What do you think? Write in the comments.
Yo, his passing game is nice, bro. I love watching this dude play. Let's see.
Did this guy made the most hidden pass?
Nah, you peeped that? Did you peep that?
The most hidden pass?
I don't give a fuck where you're doing this. This is still impressive. I don't give a fuck. A pickup game. You could be with some Joe Schmo. Listen, I don't care who you playing with. This is so impressive still. Look, he threw that bitch before homeboy was even looking, dog. Ball out of his hand here already. He not even past his man and bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's cool as hell. That's cool as hell. And I think the thing about this, this is what I mean too. We just mentioned great hoopers that innovate, but they will never get the credit they deserve. I think that's a part of it, right? I think too, and this is probably something important that we could talk about. If you're these people, right? If that thought crept in your mind for a significant amount of time, you would never have gotten this good. right? I'm sure they're only human, and that thought has crossed their mind. Fuck, I'm never gonna get the credit. I thought I was good enough for this. Da 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 da. But if they let that mindset stay right there, they would have never gotten this good. They would have never gotten to innovate. And the reality is, there are pros that look at these guys and that notice what these guys are doing that pushes them. Maybe that conversation or that dialogue doesn't happen all the time, but I'm sure in some way these guys get validated, right? These guys get validated. XRM, we just mentioned. I don't know if you guys have ever... XRM, bro, boy. Listen. Yo. Hold on. Where is this, bro? Because this guy is nuts. This guy is this guy is actually absurd, bro. If y'all have never seen XRM hoop, he was the dude in college. He had like 20 some in like 15 minutes or some crazy shit. If you have never seen this guy, this boy nice. Hey.
Fellas, pretty high too.
I wish we here. Let's slow this down for the people in the back. Let's slow this down. Stands up, stands him up a little bit, attacks him. J-Law expecting to drive, right? He opens up, goes towards baseline instead of cutting back in. Looking for a fadeaway right here. You know, J-Law does a great job of getting back to defend, and it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, bro. Actually, I don't remember. Does he make this or miss this? Some dudes do like lethal shooter is on teams now. Yeah, I mean.
Jesus! No way! No way! You can't do this! What is that? That's what you're teaching kids? Not. Is that what you're teaching? No, you didn't maintain, Jay! Look at the heel! That was a travel. This is teaching accountability and stuff.
That's just too easy. This guy XRM is unreal, bro. Honestly. There's some shots I've seen him hit, and it's like, dog, are we dead ass? Yo, what you doing if somebody hit a shot like that on your ass? Yo, that's tough. Yo, all these one-on-one guys, I be seeing all these, hey, ain't none of them calling this boy out. Hey, there's a couple names people don't call out. Hey, you leave some people alone, bro.
CJ. He trained CJ too. That's CJ. You're done. Like this, the hand was out. No hand was.
He missed that.
Guard whoever.
Block that shit.
A foul. 50-50. Down to doesn't work.
Hey, if you were the professional too, you're not giving no calls neither, bruh.
With my chest.
Hey man, I miss hoops, dog. Hey yo, I just miss hoops, man, for real. That's really what it come down to, dog. Like, I just miss hoops right now, and I think this is a great time for every player to be trying to get better. right? This is the time of the year where everybody, I think we all get into that mode, right? Especially, you know, if you were playing basketball at whatever time. Everyone right now is sharpening up, right? Getting ready for their school year, their season, whatever the case might be. This is that time of the year, and you know, hey, just for the fuck of it.
For the Dallas Mavericks, Irving dancing, prancing, pulls up, three-pointer.
I think Kyrie got the best snatch back. I don't think anyone snatches back. I don't think anyone does a snatch back better than him, because I've seen Kyrie Irving do a snatch back into a shot. I've seen him do a snatch back into a crossover, into a tween, behind the back, spin. He can literally do any move off of a snatch back. Between the legs snatch back, front snatch back, behind the back, left, right. He can do any snatch back. He might have the greatest snatch back game of all time. Of all time. That is so tough.
Too strong, gets his
This
own
guy is
rebound.
fucking absurd, bro.
Kyrie Irving. Crossover. Got it! Oohs and ahs from the crowd. And the Cavs back up by 5.
This guy's absurd.
The rookie's had a good second half of the season. Irving against Fournier. Well defended. Irving gets by him and lays it in. Another ooh move from Kyrie Irving. It is.
It's hard to explain what he's the best in, bro.
Here's Kyrie Irving. Played by Marcus Smart. Irving on the drive. Irving on the spin.
He definitely got the greatest combos of all time. It's not even close. His combo game is by far better than anyone's, and it's, I'll be honest with you, I love Steph. I don't even think it's close. The way he puts dribble combinations together, it don't even be making sense, bro. Like right here. To go behind the back in this situation, to make sure you can keep going downhill, because realistically, right, he can keep going right. Powell's just going to try to cut it off, right? He could just keep going to his right hand. And now Powell's going to try to cut him off, and he's going to have to either try to cross back going left where there's help, or try to go behind the back going to his left, which still there's help. And so I'm thinking Kyrie Irving says, all right, let me kind of get him off of me a little bit and just make it a little bit of a foot race, cross back left to try to open him up, and then go behind the back and get by him. And then you saw how he stood up a little bit in the middle of that move. Let's see. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. All right, let's see. Brings it back to open up Powell, goes behind the back. He almost does like a little... And then he explodes off of that. I mean, just... Can anyone escape better than him? No. I think the thing about that, maybe the greatest thing I've seen out of Kyrie, his natural awareness of space. It makes no sense. Like I think he has a natural feel for space. That one move on the Celtics. Fuck, where is it? Let's see if we can find it. That one spin move he had when he was on the Celtics was unreal, bro. Where is that one? Let's see. This is the one. This is the one. He spun through the double. Yup, this is the one.
Down to 3.
Like, there is... Like, what? like, what? Like, it don't even make sense, bro. It don't even make sense. Oh, by the way, because I want to give I want to give Bron some credit, and we'll get to Kobe and Mike in just 1 second. I'm not even gonna lie, I've done that a few times playing, but I love the spin move. Yeah, no, the spin move is insane. Honestly, I think, at least for non-bigs, when you're in the post already and spinning, I think Melo might have the best spin, but the best moving spin that I've seen, it's gotta be either LeBron or Giannis. Like, on the move spinning, I don't think I've ever seen two guys do that move better than LeBron or Giannis. I know the bag, whatever, that move, unreal for those two guys. Unreal for those two guys. And started moving like that because I played with older cousins. I had to avoid them because they were too strong. Be like that. And honestly, because we just brought up Melo again, I think that's why Melo is on at the top of a lot of these scoring conversations. Melo could be at the top of a lot of these moves, right? We talked about the Hesi pull. I think he could be in that conversation. I've never seen someone jab step into a shot better than Carmelo Anthony. Like, genuinely, people don't even do that. Carmelo Anthony, and this is not even close, I have never seen someone jab into jump shots better than Carmelo Anthony. He has that one on lock. I don't give a fuck who you are. He is the best at that of all time. And then there's other moves where I think you could argue that Melo, has one of the best. Tony Parker on the move, spin move, also one of the best ever. He also has the greatest floater ever. Tony Parker's floater, a Hall of Fame. He got the best floater of all time. Of all time. It's funny, I was watching Trae Young. I forget what game it was. But he was just missing floater after floater after floater. And I'm just thinking to myself, Tony would have had 50 by now. hey. If that was Tony Parker shooting, that motherfucker would have had 50 by now. But it just goes to show you how good these guys really are. But I think in terms of moves, those would be some of the ones. The one dribble pull up, in my opinion, Michael Jordan got the best one. He got the best 1 and 2 dribble pull up. Kobe right behind him at number 2. In terms of just that one move, the 1 dribble pull up and the 2 dribble pull up, in my opinion, it's Mike and Kobe. I think, honestly, Kyrie probably gets pretty close up there in the pull-up conversations as well. There's a lot more guys in that conversation because at some point everyone has to stop and shoot the basketball. So I think there's, a lot of names you could throw in that. I just think Mike and Kobe are the best ones. But yeah, man, we can get into like Euro steps later on. There's a lot of those nowadays, right? We got the slow Euro step now, but it's probably going to be like a James Harden. Dwayne Wade was also phenomenal at the Euro step. Manu was also unreal at the Euro step. I think the difference is now we see it more often, right? We see these moves a lot more often by these guys. So there's a larger sample size that we could grade off of and judge off of compared to, some of the guys I just mentioned. But, oof, that's tough. What you mean? What's tough? But yeah, and also, I guess also just to give an insight, this is how I've always watched the game, right? So coming up, coming up. This is how I always watch the game. I used to just break stuff down to things like this because that's I used to think of it as, all right, we piece everything together, right? We like this one person's crossover going left to right. Let's steal that. If someone does a crossover right to left that's a little bit different, we could steal that, right? You know, you don't have to take one person's dribble combo for everything, right? You can mix everything up, right? Maybe you do a pull up like a Kobe or a Jordan, but your spin looks like someone else's, right? So that's always how I piece my game together. That's how I always watch people. That's how I always give people credit, because I think it's also important to note that, you know, guys spend a lot of time to get these signature moves. Guys spend a lot of time to get really good at these moves. And if you can understand them and recreate them, one, that helps you defend it too, first and foremost, right? Like, if you could recreate someone's move, make some of the reads that they read, now when you're on the other side trying to defend them, now, okay, cool, I know what he's trying to look for. He's looking for my right foot to drop, right? If they're doing a Hesi, they're looking for my right foot to drop. Don't let my right foot drop. Like, all of those little things can help you at the end of the day, right? All of those little details can help you become better. But yeah, this is fun. Yo, this is we've been doing some nerdy episodes, yo. We are doing some nerdy episodes right now. Is there any Luka thing that we want to talk about? Are there any other moves? Who snakes the best? Chris Paul probably snakes the best that I've ever seen. This guy, Luka, is unfucking real, man. I'm watching some of this, and it's just like, this guy is not a real person, bro. Like, what? Again, step back to the right. Step back to the right, right? I think it's just cool to note some of this.
Good answer. 9-0 run by
fakes right, goes left. Tween. I think I'm noticing right now Luka does this really well. Right? CP for sure. Look at how he goes left, right? Look, picture this right now. This is so, and this is what makes him so good. Luka is right now fully squared to the baseline. Right now, in this particular moment, Luka is completely squared to the baseline. Right? So this is the thing, right? All that stuff that I talked about, homework, right? Doing your homework, knowing tendencies, knowing reads, all of that stuff is great. Playing them in real time is really difficult. I'm sure Kevin Durant knows that Luka can cross back right. Right? But looking at this, it looks like the motherfucker has no chance. If I showed you this photo, if I showed you this still image and I told you he gonna somehow get back right instead of going left from this position, you'd be like, there's no fucking way. And just that quickly, re-squares as Kevin Durant is about, and this is the other part too, right? The weight of Kevin Durant, he's trying to transfer his weight from his right leg. You could see it right here, from his right leg to his left leg. because Luka is attacking that top foot. So Luka is making this move. Right, little mini jab, shoulder jab. Right leg drops. He's shifting his weight. I'm crossing as he's about to plant his right foot. If I can go at you as you're planting your foot, you cannot stop me. Plants his foot, crosses him up, opens him up again into his patented step back to the right. Goodbye. I mean, like, it's just... And listen, like, they make it look so easy. They make it look so easy. That's why there's guys out there that think they could do this. They think they could defend them. They think they could score on them. Because it looks so easy. It looks like they're playing on a mini hoop at home. But it's not. It's not. If you get on there, that ball is bigger than it looks. Pause. It's slippier. It's more slippery than it looks. Pause. The guys are bigger, taller, faster than they look on TV. It's just like, you got to put some respect on these guys, man. But that's going to do it for me for now, man. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me as always. Thank you, Elijah, man. You are the fucking GOAT. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This was great. This was great chopping it up. I'm so ready for the season to start. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so ready for the season to start. But thank you so much. Thank you, Derpy. Thank you, Brucey. Before I get out of here, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much. We're trying to take this to the moon. But that's going to do it for me for now. I will be back here on Friday. Thank you guys so much. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Y'all could have been anywhere on the internet, but y'all were here with me, and I appreciate you for that. So thank you so much. I'll see you later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.